strong.
The Philippines Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana confirmed on January 16, 2022 that the country's Department of National Defense released a notice of award for the acquisition of 32 new combat utility helicopters. Max Defense Philippines previously received confirmation that Sikorsky's Polish subsidiary PZL Milits has completed the first 3 of the 32 S-70I Black Hawk combat utility helicopters that the DND ordered earlier in 2022. This delivery comes as part of a $241.4 million deal, which was signed between the DND and PZL Milik in 2019. The decision to procure the S-70I came after the DND terminated a prior contract to acquire 16 Bell 412AP utility helicopters, which are manufactured in Mirabel, Canada. This prior order was cancelled following Canadian concerns regarding alleged human rights violations by the Philippines. The PAF completed the acquisition of 16 Black Hawk helicopters, also from the Polish aerospace manufacturer, worth $241 million. The additional helicopters will considerably increase the operational capacity of the Philippine Air Force to carry out search and rescue, humanitarian and disaster relief missions, and to transport troops across the country. The first batch of 5 will be delivered in 2023, followed by a second batch of 10 in 2024, a third batch of 10 in 2025 and a final batch of 7 in 2026. The contract was signed at the headquarters of the National Defense Department of the Philippines by the Secretary of National Defense of the Philippines Delfina N. Lorenzano and Janusz Zakrecki, President, CEO of the Polish Aviation Works in Milik. All 32 helicopters will be delivered to the PAF's 205th Tactical Helicopter Wing in a universal utility configuration. Each helicopter will be equipped with a weather radar, digital map, seats for soldiers in the cabin and a load hook with a 9,000 pounds capacity. Pilots and ground crews will receive training in both the US and the Philippines. Our Polish employees are committed to building and delivering another fleet of 32 Black Hawk helicopters on schedule, with support that ensures that these multi-role aircraft will protect and save lives, serving the Philippines for decades, said Janusz Zakrecki, President and CEO-in-Chief of PZL Milik. In the aftermath of Typhoon Odette, the PAF showed the world how their recently acquired Sikorsky S-70I Black Hawk helicopter fleet can transport emergency personnel and deliver humanitarian aid quickly and reliably for islanders scattered over a large maritime area, said Jason Lambert, Vice President, Sikorsky Global Commercial and Military Systems. The Filipino contract for 32 helicopters is the largest single order for S-70I Black Hawk helicopters for PZL Milik since the start of their production in 2009, and the contract itself was signed less than 2 months after PZL Milik completed deliveries of an initial 16 of the type to the PAF in December 2021. With the additional helicopters, the PAF can finally retire its elderly fleet of A-1H Hueys. Once these aircraft are delivered, Lorenzana said this will increase the fleet to around 48 units, including the 16 earlier delivered to the Philippine Air Force. Like the previously acquired military equipment in the ongoing Armed Forces of the Philippines modernization program, Lorenzana said these assets are multifunctional and could be used for surveillance and disaster response. The lack of transport planes and helicopters have never been more acute during in the aftermath of Typhoon Odette. This was exacerbated by our aging Hueys that have become uneconomical to maintain. The 12 brand new Black Hawk bore the brunt of the work during these critical PAF S-70I units are transporting relief supplies and rescue personnel to areas battered by Typhoon Odette last December. In a ceremony in Campo Aguinaldo, Lorenzana and PZL Milik President Janusz Zakreki formally signed the contract for the acquisition of 32 additional units of S-70I Black Hawk combat utility helicopters. This is a continuing relationship between our countries. The PAF is very happy with the Black Hawk helicopters, Lorenzana said. Aside from the Black Hawk helicopters, the contract worth $624 million also comes with an integrated logistics support and training package for pilots and maintenance crew. The DND previously purchased 16 units of Black Hawk helicopters from PZL Milik, with the final batch delivered and received late last year. He added that the project, worth PHP 32 billion, comes with an initial logistics support package and training for pilots and maintenance crew.